This video is going to introduce you to the week 1 activity so that you can better understand what's expected of you and how this assignment will be graded. So there are 2 parts to this assignment. The first part is called What Am I? And so for this one, you are going to review the Intro to Microbiology PowerPoint and find the slide where I talk about the 8 different types of microbes. I also recommend that you check out the content video where I go through that in more depth. But what you're going to do is write a statement that describes one of the 8 types of microbes. And each statement needs to have at least 2 pieces of information that allows someone to identify the microbe. Now, you can have more than 2 pieces of information, but basically you need as many pieces of information that allows somebody to go, aha, that's bacteria, or whatever it may be. So that's part 1, your statement. The second half of this is telling me which microbe you're talking about. And so, as you can see, you need to write 6 statements with the respective answer, and it's worth 6 points. So your statement is worth half a point. The corresponding answer is worth a half a point. So essentially, each number here is worth 1 point. So let me show you. Now, I'm going to write an incorrect statement just so you can see what's expected of you, but don't copy this. It's not right. So let's say that your statement is, I am a multicellular eukaryote that divides by binary fission. Okay? So this actually has 3 pieces of information. Multicellular is a piece of information. Eukaryote is the second piece of information. And there's your third piece of information. Now, for this statement, you need 3 pieces of information, because if you had just said, I'm a multicellular eukaryote, there are multiple answers for that. I wouldn't have known which one, okay? So make sure that if you do only give 2 pieces of information, that is enough to figure out exactly which microbe you're talking about, okay? Now, like I said, this is an incorrect statement, but this is what I'm expecting from you for the first half of this part. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to tell me which microbe you are describing. So again, this does not describe bacteria properly, but this is what I want to see for each number. Your statement worth half a point, the type of microbe worth another half. So collectively, this is worth 1 point, and that will be the case for all 6 that you have to do. Okay, so that means there are 2 types of microbes that you don't have to worry about for this particular assignment. All right, so that's part 1. I do want to mention, though, as I scroll to the next page, you need to make sure that you are doing these activities by yourself. Okay, your statement should not be identical to the one I gave during class, nor should it be identical to any of your classmates or anyone else that's taking a micro course. Okay, now as far as I know, I'm the only one who gives these. I made them, but everything needs to be in your own words. So if it's taken from the internet directly, you get a 0 for that. If you and a classmate have the exact same statements and answers, you get 0s, okay? I take academic integrity very, very seriously. Plus, it's not going to help you prepare for the exam. So please make sure on all of your assignments that you are doing them by yourself. If you have questions, if you feel stuck or confused, let me know. I am here to help. I want to help. That is my job, okay? All right, so for part 2, you are doing a Venn diagram. So remember, what you're doing here is you're going to use the word bank, and you're going to take the structures, and you're going to say whether you find this structure in a eukaryote, a prokaryote, or both, okay? So that's going to be the first half of this section, is putting the structure where it goes. The second part is telling me what each structure does. So the structure name and the structure function. Now, if you want, you can put your mouse in here and you can use the tab button to, say, I think only eukaryotes have the cytosol. Or you can tab over to the middle or to prokaryote. That is one approach. To me, that's a more frustrating approach. So another way you can do it is up here at the top left, click on Insert, come all the way over here to the right where it says text box, click on it, and then type the word. Sorry, if I could spell. All right, so then I'm going to make this smaller. Where'd my mouse go? There we go. Now, if you think that this structure is only found in a eukaryote, it is on the eukaryote side. If you think that both prokaryotes and eukaryotes have it, it goes in this middle overlapped region. If you think only prokaryotes have it, it goes over there. All right, so again, that is half of part 2, is putting all 9 structures where you think they go. The second half is going to be this brief description, and I mean like 1 sentence. It doesn't even have to be a complete sentence. So again, I'm going to put things in the wrong places, wrong definitions. It's just to show you what I want. So 9 words, 9 points, okay? So the location and the description are going to be worth 1 point for each structure. So let's pretend that you think the cytosol is an organelle that makes ATP, okay, for the cell. Okay, that's not what the cytosol does. But what is happening is you'll do this for all 9. So the structure is worth half a point based on where you put it. So if you put it here and the cytosol is only found in prokaryotes, you would get that half a point. Then the other half point would be your description. If the cytosol is an organelle that makes ATP, you would get that half point. So there's a lot of partial credit for these assignments. I want you to get as many points as you can. So that's one reason I have these videos instead of an actual rubric for this particular one, is with rubrics, it's a lot harder to give partial credit. It tends to be more of like, yes, you did it, or no, you didn't. So again, for the location, putting the word in the appropriate part of the Venn diagram is half a point. The description is half a point. So this whole assignment is worth 15 points. Again, please make sure you do this all by yourself and always come to me if you have a question. I know a lot of people get really intimidated coming to office hours and things like that. I was the same way as a student, but I promise I'm not going to make you feel stupid. I'm not going to think your question is stupid. If you are struggling or just confused or anything, let me know. Okay? I am here to help you succeed. And because I don't get to see y'all in class twice a week, it's even harder to help, because in class I can see facial expressions, I can hear people talking to each other. It's a lot easier to kind of intervene and give help. So please don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions about this assignment. All right, y'all. Have